Alright, this video is for Chapter 9 on transformations, and this video is on rotations. Now what a rotation is a turn. Okay? We're going to turn a figure about a point. So it's a turn about a point. And that point is called the center of rotation. It's the point we rotate about. Okay? So if we have our figure here, we have a rectangle, we can rotate it this direction so that we have our rectangle over here now. Okay? Now with a rotation, mine, again, I freehanded this like I've said in the other video, so it's not exact, but it should be the same distance away each time. So this distance should be the same for both. And it's going to have the same shape, same size, it's just going to have a different orientation, just like a reflection. A reflection has a different orientation. It's not exactly the same as we started because it's facing a different way. Now, something I want you to remember is if we're going to rotate about a positive angle, say 90 degrees or 80 degrees, where it's a positive number, those move counterclockwise. This is really important. This throws people a lot. Positive angle measures go counterclockwise. Most people would think that they go clockwise, because that would make sense. Clockwise, positive. That's what most people think, but you need to remember positive angles go counterclockwise. Negative angles then go clockwise. And I'm going to give you a way to remember that. If you remember how the quadrants are numbered in a coordinate plane, we start with quadrant 1, and they get numbered counterclockwise. And this is something most people remember, how your quadrants are numbered. And that's great. You follow rotation angles the same way. If it's positive, it's going to go that same direction, the same way your quadrants are numbered. If it's negative, it's going to go counterclockwise. Okay? And that's really all I want you to remember about rotations. Rotation is called a turn. Positive angles go clockwise, negative angles go counterclockwise, and the center of rotation is the point that we rotate about, the point that we're turning our figure around. One other thing real quick is that your figure could be, your point, your center of rotation could be inside. Here is a figure, an example where it's outside, and we would rotate that way. If for some reason our point is inside, and we want to rotate it, what happens is that the figure just shifts about that point. So if I'm going to rotate it, it may look like this now, where it's turned about that point. It's like if I put a nail in that, I nailed a piece of paper to the wall. I could turn the paper left and right, but it always moves around that point where I put the nail in the wall. It's the same idea if my center of rotation is in my figure. Okay? So this is where my center of rotation is outside. This is where it's inside. We are going to focus on the ones that are outside, and we're going to focus on a coordinate plane. So, a couple things when you get to class that you're going to learn. You're going to learn the rules for rotating certain degree measures on a coordinate plane, because there are specific rules for those. But in order to do that, you need to remember positive and negative angles and how those rotations, whether they move counterclockwise or regular clockwise. Okay? That's really important. If you have any questions, rewatch the video. We are going to take this a step farther in class. So if you have questions, bring them to class. Otherwise, you may learn your question in class next time.